celebrate the 150th anniversary of this church. So what does that mean? I want to go through some basic dates. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, so it won't take long. But in the mid to late 1800s, this area was wild and woolly. Indian raids were very popular during the time period. Nashville, Nebraska, about 5 or 6 miles from here, had pretty much deteriorated by the mid-1800s. Fort Sullivan came into being during that time period and lasted a little bit longer. So during that time period, the people who lived in what would become Gauls either had to go to Fort Sullivan or to Nashville, Nebraska for church services. However, they also had circuit riders who came around and preached during that time period. So that's how the people who lived on these grounds received the word of Jesus Christ. So then in 1873, William J. Gauls moved to the area, bought some land here. Actually, he already owned the land. He donated 100 acres to the railroad, which then turned around and developed a town, which obviously is called Gauls. That's 1873. He and his wife invited the circuit preachers to come to their home, and that's where they had religious services for what would become the Gauls Methodist Church. By 1875, there had been enough people attending that they'd outgrown the home. And coincidentally, at that time period, the school had built its first schoolhouse, which was a very rudimentary, rustic building, which I still haven't figured out exactly where it was, but somewhere in this general vicinity. So at that time, the Methodist Church started meeting there. And they still periodically met in the Gauls' home or some other homes. They kind of spread it around. The first pastor, his name was J.C. Gidley. Anybody remember that name? The Gidley family was active in this church back all the way into the 50s. Anyway, J.C.'s name is Jeremiah Columbus Gidley, J.C. And I'm going to ask Reba to carry this down the aisle.